Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone had a good day today. I definitely did, and I hope everyone who is watching this video is also having a great day as well. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite was tonight, and it was the go home show before Double or Nothing. And my God, it was a great show tonight. I really enjoyed it. When it comes to go home shows, AEW never misses. In my personal opinion, like they never miss when it comes to go home shows. Okay, Tony Khan like literally booked this dynamite. Like this dynamite was fucking stacked. And I thought it delivered. I thought it was a great show. I basically enjoyed everything from top to bottom, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I really enjoyed this dynamite. Great go home show. Great and a great go home show before Double or Nothing. Okay. Like not to say anything, but I think a certain company should write some notes on how to do a go home show. Okay, just saying. But yeah, I cannot wait to talk about it, cannot wait to review it. Also, I'm also going to talk about my predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. So we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Now, before we do that, this is the part of the video where we go over the big news that happened during like the wrestling week so far. Oh, sorry. And obviously, there wasn't anything big newsworthy wise this week in terms of pro wrestling. But before before I start reviewing AEW Dynamite and my predictions for Double or Nothing, I want to get this on my chest. I want to address this real quick. Now, in case you guys don't know, yesterday, unfortunately, we had another shooting happen in Texas where a couple elementary school kids and I believe two teachers lost their lives in another school shooting. Now, it sucks that it even happened. It sucks. And it pisses me off. It scares me, but it also pisses me off that this shit keeps happening. Seeing innocent people, seeing innocent kids who just lost their lives get get their lives taken away for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It's absolutely disgusting. It really is. Now, I know it's not much, but I'm sending my deepest condolences to all the people, to all the families, the friends and the loved ones who lost somebody in this Texas shooting. And I also put a GoFundMe on in the link in the description. Obviously the GoFundMe is for the funerals for the people who lost their lives. So if you guys want to donate, I already donated already. If you guys want to donate, if you guys want to donate, the link is in the description. And usually I don't go political, to be perfectly honest. To personally, I don't really want to talk about anything political, to be honest, because to be perfectly honest with you, I fucking hate politics. I really do. But I'm sorry, man. This shit needs to stop. This shit needs to stop. Okay? When is enough enough? Like, something needs to change. We need better gun control in this country. Better gun control. Or just get rid of the guns entirely. Okay, because to be perfectly honest with you, I have never been, like, I'm just not a fan of guns. Like, whether you're like have a normal psyche or not, it's just I really don't trust people with guns. Like, I really don't. Okay, but obviously, getting rid of guns, that's never going to happen, unfortunately. But for God's sakes, we at least give us better gun control in this country. Okay, give us better gun control. Okay, it getting guns shouldn't be easily accessible. It really shouldn't. Okay, guns shouldn't be easily acceptable. I mean, accessible. Okay, there is absolutely no reason how an 18-year-old managed to get two assault rifles, okay, and a bunch of ammo. Okay, I heard it was like 375 like pieces of ammo. That is ridiculous. Okay, we need better gun control in this country. We really do. It's like something needs to change. Something needs to change to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Okay, that's that's all I gotta say. I don't want to go too deep into this. I really don't. But again, I'm sending my deepest condolences to all the families, the friends, and the loved ones who lost somebody in that shooting. And again, if you guys want to donate um, for the GoFundMe page to support these families, the link is in the description. I really recommend you do. Even donating $1 would make a difference. So yeah, I just wanted to address that. And again, for anyone affected, I'm sending my deepest condolences. I'm sorry this happened to you, and hopefully, I hope and pray this doesn't happen again. I really hope and pray this doesn't happen again. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Not gonna go more into detail into it. Just yeah, sending my deepest condolences. And again, if you guys want to donate to support these families, the link is in the description for the GoFundMe page. So that's what I gotta say about that. So let's talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. So yeah, let's let's try to brighten things up a little bit. So let's talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. Like I said, I thought it was a great show tonight, a great go home show, as always. So we start off the show with Wardlow going one on one against Shawn Spears in a steel cage match. If Wardlow wins, he will face MJF at Double or Nothing. And of course, MJF is the special guest referee. Now, right off the bat, it was basically a handicap match. Like Warlow was handcuffed, and like Spears and MJF were like 2-on-1ing him. But eventually, Warlow got the best of both of them. A matter of fact, at one point, MJF was holding a tired Warlow, and Shawn Spears was going to hit Warlow with the chair. But Warlow moved out of the way, hit MJF with the chair, and at that point, Shawn Spears was screwed. And Warlow absolutely destroyed them. And Warlow picks up the victory over Shawn Spears. Very fun opener. He will face MJF at Double or Nothing. And if Warlow wins, he will get a contract with All Elite Wrestling. So yeah, like great start. Like I said, AEW has done a phenomenal job with this MGF Warlow rivalry. Done a phenomenal job. Okay, literally, I got nothing to criticize about it. AEW has done a phenomenal job with this rivalry, and I cannot wait for the finale at Double or Nothing. It is going to be amazing. After that, we get a quick Jericho Appreciation Society backstage promo where Jericho literally threw a fireball at an innocent employee's face just because he wore a Moxie shirt. And he said, because I'm a wizard. I don't know why, but I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, small segment, nothing too crazy. After that, we got the face to face between Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk. And holy shit. If you guys have not seen Dynamite tonight, first of all, go out of your way to watch this show. And second of all, watch this face to face between Hangman Page and CM Punk because this was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. I loved every second of it. Like like seeing seeing Hangman Page being like so insecure and like kind of pissed that CM Punk kind of took his spot as the top dog in AEW while CM Punk just playing I respect you. I don't know why you're so mad. Like CM Punk trying to play mind games a little bit. Like I just love this segment. Awesome segment between both of these men. And again, like this may be the most unpredictable matchup in AEW history. But I'll go into more detail into it in a little bit when we talk about the predictions. But again, amazing face to face between these two. Awesome stuff. After that, we get a little promo package hyping up Jay Carhill and Anna Jay as they will fight for the TBS championship this Sunday at Double or Nothing. They had a good matchup last time, so I can't wait to see what their matchup is going to look like on pay-per-view. It's going to be very interesting. After that, we got John Moxley and my boy Eddie Kingston, my boys reuniting once again, and they teamed up against Private Party with both William Regal and Chris Jericho on commentary. Very fun matchup by both of these teams. Moxley and Kingston picks up the victory over Private Party. That's obvious. And then after that, the Jericho Appreciation Society attacked Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. And then after that, Brian Danielson, Santana, and Ortiz all came for the save. It's all out chaos. All these teams, like both teams, are just beating the shit out of each other. And then obviously the JAS retreated. And yeah, just basically just a stare down happening. And I'm very excited for this matchup at Double or Nothing. I really am. Like, I'm very excited for that matchup. It's going to be a straight up chaotic fight, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be very fun. After that, we got FTR defending the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships against Rakongi Vice. And like I thought it was a great matchup by both of these teams, but it was interrupted by the United Empire members, Jeff Cobb and the Great Old Khan. You heard it correctly. The United Empire invaded All Elite Wrestling, and members of the group, Jeff Cobb and the Great Old Khan, attacked both FTR and Rakongi Vice. They destroyed them. And then after that, they were holding the Ring of Honor tag team titles. So it looks like we're going to see FTR versus Jeff Cobb and the Great Old Khan for more than likely the Ring of Honor tag team titles at Forbidden Door. Yo, that sounds exciting. That sounds exciting. I cannot wait for that. And it looks like it looks like we got some Forbidden Door booking, some Forbidden Door seeds being planted already, and I am loving every second of it. Awesome stuff. After that, we got a promo with the Hardy Boys. Obviously, they're going to face the Young Bucks this Sunday at Double or Nothing. Amazing promo, as always. After that, we got a triple threat match as Ricky Starks went against Swerve Strickland and Jungle Boy. And my God, this was a fun match. This was a great match between all three of these men. Awesome stuff by all three of these men. After a hard-fought matchup, great stuff by all three, Swerve Strickland picks up the victory over Ricky Starks and Jungle Boy. And then after that, Will Hobbs attacks Swerve Strickland after the the match. Luchasaurus came for the save, and then Keith Lee came for the same. All three men basically went face to face. All three men just beat the living shit out of each other. Big meaty men slapping meat. And then Keith Lee, right? Luchasaurus Will Hobbs ended up in the outside, and Keith Lee just flew off the top rope, taking down both Will Hobbs and Luchasaurus. And then Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland standing tall. Awesome, awesome stuff. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. I really cannot wait for the triple threat tag team match at Double or Nothing. All three teams are absolutely going to kill it. And that is a potential match of the year candidate right there. I cannot wait for that match. After that, we got a promo with the men of the year. And it was announced that on Rampage this Friday, Scorpio Sky's new TNT title will be presented, because as last week on Rampage, Sammy Guevara actually destroyed the TNT Championship. I fucking hate this rivalry, and my God, I hope it ends. My God, I hope it ends, because the longer it keeps on, the more the prestige of the TNT title would be like tainted. Okay, they need to end this rivalry ASAP, because this Sammy Guevara Scorpio Sky rivalry has gone way too convoluted. It's way too convoluted now, and it's just an absolute mess. And it's so bad that it's literally ruining the prestige of the TNT title. Hell, more than likely, the TNT Championship is not going to be defended on pay per view. Okay, I believe this is like the third time already. Okay, the TNT title needs a complete reset. It needs a complete reset, and to start off right off the bat with that is to end this Sammy Guevara Scorpio Sky rivalry, because this rivalry has gone long enough and it's just absolutely fucking awful. Okay, end it ASAP, please, Tony. Please end it. Enough said about that. After that, we got we got a Thunder Rosa promo. Amazing promo by Thunder Rosa. Amazing, amazing promo. Obviously, she's defending the AEW Women's Championship against Serena Deeb this Sunday at Double or Nothing. Very excited for the matchup. I thought the build for it was good for the most part. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, but I thought it was pretty good for the most part. I thought last week's segment was amazing despite what other people say, and I thought this promo was great. So awesome stuff, and I cannot wait for Dee versus Rosa this Sunday at Double or Nothing. It's going to be a banger match. After that, we got a little Red Velvet interview. Obviously, Ruby Soho came to interrupt because Red Velvet said Ruby Soho's name. And then Red Velvet gave Ruby Soho a playbook on how to beat Chris Statlander this Friday on Rampage. But Soho got rid of it because she doesn't really need it. So nothing too crazy there. After that, we got Britt Baker going against Toni Storm in the semifinals of the Female Owen Hart tournament. I thought this was a good match for the most part, and Britt Baker picks up the victory over Toni Storm. Now, like, a lot of people think that this is very controversial, but to be perfectly honest with you, I'm actually kind of glad Britt Baker defeated Toni Storm and going to the finals of the Female Owen Hart tournament. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, at the end of the day, I don't mind either Britt Baker or Toni Storm going to the finals. I don't mind that, because both ladies absolutely deserve to go to the finals. But I kind of wanted Britt Baker just a little bit more to be in the finals and have Ruby Soho win against Chris Statlander in the semifinals this Friday on Rampage. And I kind of want the finals of the Owen Hart tournament to be Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker Part 2. And it makes sense storyline-wise. Think about it. The last time these two ladies fought with Britt Baker and Ruby Soho, they fought at Arthur Ashe, and Britt Baker won against Ruby Soho. And then after that matchup, Ruby Soho was never really the same since. Okay, matter of fact, she went down a slippery slope. Okay, but this Owen Hart tournament really put Ruby Soho back on the map. And what better way to really put Ruby Soho back into the mix and bring Ruby Soho back into the map than by beating the same woman that beated her on a big stage. Britt Baker already defeated Ruby Soho on a big stage. It makes sense for Ruby Soho to get her revenge on Britt Baker on a big stage, okay, while winning the female Owen Hart tournament in the process, putting Ruby Soho back on the map. It all comes full circle. It makes sense storyline wise. Like storyline wise, it all comes full circle. And I think Ruby Soho finally getting her revenge on Britt Baker, finally shutting up Britt Baker and winning the Owen Hart tournament would be an incredible moment. Not just not just for the Owen Hart tournament, but for Ruby Soho specifically. I've been saying since day one, ever since the tournament has been announced, that Ruby Soho needed to win the damn tournament. Ever since Ruby Soho was announced to be in the tournament, she needed to win this tournament. Okay, and it looks like AEW is going on that track. And I really hope that's the case. Okay, I really hope that's the case because Ruby Soho needs it. She needs it more than anyone in that tournament and anyone in the AEW women's division. Ruby Soho needs to win. Okay, and what better way to bring her back to the map than to defeat a former champion and a woman she hates than in Britt Baker? It makes sense storyline wide. It all comes full circle. Okay. Now I wouldn't mind a Ruby Soho Tony Storm match. Like that would have been a banger match, and I'm sure we'll get that matchup in the near future. But like to be perfectly honest, I kind of wanted Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho for Double or Nothing because that's like a pay-per-view matchup. Both ladies have absolute history with each other. With everything with I just explained, it all comes full circle. Okay? And it ends with Ruby Soho going over on Britt Baker by winning the Owen Hart tournament. Okay. Now, I would be very disappointed in AEW if they gave Britt Baker the win and gave Britt Baker and have Britt Baker win the entire tournament. That's not the right call. Okay. She's already an established star. Give it to someone who needs it, i.e., Ruby Soho. Okay. She needs this, bruh. She needs this. Okay. Have Ruby Soho go over on Britt Baker on pay-per-view and have her win the entire tournament. Because if anyone deserves it, it's Ruby. If anyone needs it and deserves it, it's Ruby Soho. Just saying. But other than that, good match between Britt Baker and Toni Storm. Now, Rampage this Friday. So far, this is what has been announced. The Young Bucks will be in action. Bryan Danielson will go against Matt Sydal. That's going to be a great match. Cannot wait for that. Sky will get his new TNT title, and Ruby Soho will face Chris Statlander in the semifinals of the female Owen Hart tournament. That's going to be a great matchup. I really enjoyed their matchup in the TBS title tournament. So I can't wait for what these two ladies are going to do in their rematch this Friday on Rampage. And now we get to the main event. Samoa Joe versus Kyle O'Reilly in the semifinals of the men's Owen Hart tournament. Great matchup by both of these men. Both men beat the living shit out of each other, and I loved every second of it. Great sub by both men. After a hard-fought matchup, Samoa Joe picks up the victory over Kyle O'Reilly, and he is going to face Adam Cole in the finals of the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament at Double or Nothing. Now, I know people wanted Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly in the finals, but that would have been very weird because, again, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are stablemates. Okay, it would just be weird. So I'm actually kind of glad Samoa Joe won here. But yeah, Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe, that's going to be a banger matchup. And it looks like that is happening at Double or Nothing. Very excited for that. Overall, I thought it was a great show tonight, a great go home show before Double or Nothing. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view match card. Okay, these are my predictions for Double or Nothing. So hold on, let me get a drink of water for this. Ah, love water. Love water. So yeah, let's talk about it. So let's first talk about the pre-show. Hook Hudson, Hook and Danhausen going against Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. To be perfectly honest with you, do I even need to explain who wins here? Obviously, Hook and Danhausen are going to win against Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. I don't think I really need to explain that, to be honest. Now, I want to talk about one match that is rumored to be a part of Double or Nothing. And that is a six-man tag team match between Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, and Frankie Kazarian going against Scorpio Sky, Paige Van Zandt, and Ethan Page. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care about that matchup because again, the storyline is just fucking awful. And again, they should just end this rivalry ASAP. But if this match does get announced and they have been teasing that Sammy Guevara might be a part of the Double or Nothing pay-per-view, then I'm actually going with Scorpio Sky, Paige Van Zandt, and Ethan Page because this is actually Paige Van Zandt's debut AEW debut match. Like this is her debut match. So I actually kind of see the Men of the Year winning against Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, and Frankie Kazarian if this matchup gets announced. But again, I barely care less for this because I think this storyline is shit. And Tony Khan needs to pull the plug on this ASAP. Because yeah, just a mess. Absolute mess. Next up, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay for the TBS Championship. I expect this to be a really good matchup. They had a good matchup the last time these two ladies went back and forth. And I honestly can't wait to see what these ladies would do on pay-per-view. So like and their matchup was good last time. It's already been established that they have great chemistry with each other. So I can't wait for what they do on pay-per-view. But yeah, this is going to be another W for Jay Cardo. I just don't see Anna Jay. I love you, Anna Jay, but I don't see you walking out with the TBS title. Jay Cargill retains. After that, we got the Hardy Boys going against the Young Bucks. Who do I think is going to win the matchup? To be perfectly honest with you, it could go either way. It really could. But I'm leaning towards the Young Bucks. I think the Young Bucks is going to win over the Hardy Boys. To be perfectly honest, I don't know why yet. Like, I feel like this matchup is like a passing of the torch. Okay? Like, I wouldn't mind if the Hardys picked up the victory, but for some strange reason, I feel like the Young Bucks are going to pick up the victory over the Hardy Boys. So that's my prediction for that there. Next up, we got the House of Black going against Dead Triangle. Who do I think's going to win? Woo! That's tough. That's tough. To be perfectly honest with you, damn, that's actually tough because again, it could go either way. It could go either way. But, hmm. Well, the House of Black did defeat that triangle last time. So I guess it only makes sense that you would give Dead Triangle the W here. I think Dead Triangle would pick up the victory over House of Black. But again, this is another matchup that can literally go either way. Okay, it could go either way. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dead Triangle here, considering that the House of Black got a W the last time these two teams face off. I'm gonna have to go with Dead Triangle here. I think Dead Triangle is going to even it up here and get their revenge against the House of Black. After that, we got Adam Cole going against Samoa Joe in the finals of the men's Owen Hart tournament. To be perfectly honest with you, I think Adam Cole's winning this. I think Adam Cole is absolutely winning this 110%. I don't see Samoa Joe winning, whether it's clean or with the help of Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Santam Singh. To be perfectly honest with you, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Like Santam Singh, Sanjay Dutt, and Jay Lethal are going to cost Samoa Joe the matchup, giving Adam Cole the victory and letting him win the men's Owen Hart tournament. I think that's going to happen. I think Adam Cole is going to win the Owen Hart tournament for the men. As for the women, I think the matchup is going to end up being Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho 2. And I think Ruby Soho should win the women's Owen Hart tournament. Okay, again, it would not make sense giving Britt Baker the win here. Because again, she's already an established star. She doesn't need to win the female Owen Hart Cup tournament. Ruby Soho does. Okay. So I think Ruby Soho is going to win her matchup against Sad Lantern. I think she's going to win her matchup against Britt Baker and win the entire tournament. That's my prediction there, and I really hope that happens. After that, we got Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, and Proud and Powerful, my boys, going against the Jericho Appreciation Society in a street fight. This is going to be a very fun matchup, but I'm going to go with the BCC and LAX. I think they're going to win. For a part of me, kind of thought that the JAS could win this matchup because again, there's some division between Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston. But to be perfectly honest, I think they're gonna have all that sorted. And I think after a hard fought battle, I think Moxley, Danielson, Eddie Kingston, and Proud and Powerful will pick up the victory over the Jericho Appreciation Society. After that, we got Jurassic Express defending the AEW Tag Team Championships against Team Taz, Ricky Starks, and Will Hobbs, and Keith Lee and Shane Strickland. Swerve in our glory for the AEW Tag Team titles. And this is going to be a great matchup. I legit cannot wait for this. This is going to be one hell of a fight. Who do I think is going to walk out as tag team champions? This match belongs to Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs. I think they absolutely deserve to be AEW Tag Team Champions, to be the new AEW Tag Team Champions. I love Jurassic Express, but I think their time is up. I really think their time is up. They had a good run, but I think their time is up, and I think Double or Nothing is the time where they will lose the AEW Tag Team titles to Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs. Now, a good amount of people are saying Keith Lee and Shane Strickland should be AEW Tag Team Champions. And I wouldn't necessarily be against that. But to be perfectly honest with you, Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs deserve the titles more. Okay? Like Keith Lee and Shane Strickland would be perfectly fine without winning the titles. Okay, they don't really need to win the AEW tag team titles right now. They're perfectly fine right now. I think Ricky Stark and Will Hobbs should be the new AEW tag team champion. This needs to happen. That's my Duh. Okay, Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs need to be the W Tag Team Champions. Okay, and I'm also going to make another prediction here. After the matchup, Christian Cage is going to finally turn heel and attack Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus after the matchup. So those are my predictions in that matchup. I think Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs are going to be the new AEW Tag Team Champions and should be the new AEW Tag Team Champions because they absolutely deserve it. Okay. And I think Christian Cage, like, out of sheer anger, is going to beat the shit out of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus after the matchup is over. So, yeah, those are my predictions on that there. After that, Warlow versus MJF. If Warlow defeats MJF, Warlow is finally free from MJF's contract and he will officially sign with All Elite Wrestling. And like I said, AEW has done a phenomenal job building up like this feud in general. Like such awesome shit. And like AEW has done they have done such a phenomenal job. Such a phenomenal job. And like AEW, like this is so good that I see Warlow being a big star after this. Like, for fuck's sake, Warlow is freaking over. Okay, he is over as hell. Okay, like this rivalry has been perfectly executed. Okay, and Warlow is like when Warlow finally gets his hands on MJF, it's going to be a special moment. It's really going to be a special moment, and he is going to be a even bigger star than he already is right now. Who do I think is going to win the matchup? Obviously, it's going to be Warlow. Okay, I don't see MJF winning this matchup. I don't see AEW building Warlow up only to have Warlow lose to MJF. It doesn't make any sense storyline wise. Like, I think it's pretty obvious Warlow is going to finally get his hands on MJF. He's going to Power Bomb Symphony him. It's going to be an incredible moment. Warlow's going to win, and he is going to be an even bigger star than he already is right now. So those are my predictions for that. Next up, the AEW Women's Championship matchup as Thunder Rosa defends the title against Serena Deeb. And again, very good rivalry. Like, I thought this rivalry in general has been good for the most part. And like, especially these last 2 weeks. Despite what other people say, I thought last week's segment with Serena D was fucking great. Okay. And the promo tonight with Thunder Rosa was fucking amazing. Okay. And I cannot like these Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb are two of the best professional like Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb are two of the best female professional wrestlers on the planet right now. Okay, I honestly cannot wait for this matchup. These two ladies are absolutely going to kill it. This is a potential match of the year candidate right here. But I think by the end of it, Thunder Rosa will retain the AEW Women's Championship, defeating Serena Deeb. And after that, we get to the main event. The most anticipated, and to be perfectly honest with you, this matchup is the most unpredictable matchup in AEW history. Extremely unpredictable. It can go either way. Hangman Page defending the AEW World Championship against CM Punk. Unpredictable. Obviously, I got to give AEW prop. They've done a phenomenal job with this storyline as well. Hangman Page somewhat being like a bit insecure about himself and a kind of pissed that CM Punk is kind of being considered as the big dog, even though he's the champion. But then CM Punk trying to play mind games a little bit. AEW has done an incredible job with this storyline. And AEW has put themselves in a position where it can go either way and everybody would be happy. It legit can go either way and everyone could be happy. This may be the most unpredictable matchup in AEW history. And this may be one of the most difficult decisions to make ever. Okay? Like, I to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know who's going to win. Like, I can literally, like, both sides have a perfectly good argument on why they could win the AEW World Championship. This is difficult. This is fucking difficult because, again, this matchup is extremely unpredictable. But if I have to choose, hmm, hmm, I'm gonna have to go with Hangman Page. I'm gonna go with Hangman Page because, again, Hangman Page, like, it would make sense, like, for CM Punk to let Hangman Page go over on CM Punk, who is a legend. Like, it would establish Hangman Page as an incredible and dominant AEW World Champion. Like, Hangman Page is already an incredible champion to begin with, but him defeating CM Punk would establish himself as an incredible champion, not just in AEW, but in pro wrestling as a whole. And I think it would benefit Hangman Page greatly. But at the same time, I can also see a perfect argument for CM Punk. Again, it could go either way, and it's extremely difficult to choose between the two. But nevertheless, I'm very excited for that matchup. And again, this matchup has the potential to also be a match of the year candidate. I'm just very excited for Double or Nothing in general. I cannot wait for it. Very, very excited. Oh, and I got one more prediction. After this matchup, I think the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, will make his appearance and will come face to face with the winner of Hangman Page versus CM Punk. That's a bit of a bold prediction, but I think that might happen at Double or Nothing. But like I said, I'm very, very excited for Double or Nothing. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about AEW Dynamite tonight? And are you guys excited for Double or Not? Oh, sorry. Are you guys excited for Double or Nothing? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, obviously I'm going to review AEW Double or Nothing. I don't know if I'm going to review it on Sunday night or sometime next week. Actually, Monday, I do have Memorial Day off. So if I don't do a review Sunday night, more than likely I will do a review on AEW Double or Nothing on Memorial Day on Monday. So yeah, expect a review of AEW Double or Nothing on this channel. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment. And if you guys like the content that I make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my videos. But until next time, this is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the asylum. Have a nice night, everyone.